Welcome back to Quiz Citadel. How smart are you? Can you answer these 50 general knowledge questions that everyone should know? Let's find out. In which year was the Berlin Wall demolished? The correct answer is 1989. The Berlin Wall fell on November 9, 1989. Who discovered penicillin? Yes, Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin in 1928, marking the beginning of the antibiotic era. Deuterium and tritium are isotopes of which element? The correct answer is hydrogen. Deuterium and tritium are isotopes of hydrogen, containing 1 proton and 1 and 2 neutrons respectively. What is the currency of the United States called? Correct. The US dollar is the official currency of the US since 1792 after the passage of the Coinage Act. Who was Erwin Rommel? Right! Erwin Rommel, known as the Desert Fox, was a German commander during World War II, renowned for his leadership in North Africa. On which day is the World AIDS Day observed? Yes, World AIDS Day is observed every year on the first day of December worldwide. Who was the first female to go into space? Valentina Tereshkova, a Soviet cosmonaut, became the first woman to travel into space on June 16, 1963. Which tree is depicted on the flag of Lebanon? The cedar tree on Lebanon's flag represents peace, eternity, and strength, deeply rooted in the nation's history. Where can you find the Nubian Pyramids? The Nubian Pyramids are located in Sudan and were built by the rulers of the ancient kingdom of Kush. The capital of Philippines is? Manila is the capital of the Philippines, serving as the country's political and economic center. What is the fear of bats known as? Chiroptera is the scientific order of bats, which is how the phobia of bats got its name. What is the national bird of Papua New Guinea? The Raggiana bird of paradise is Papua New Guinea's national bird and is also featured on the nation's flag and emblem. What do the words I.N.R.I mentioned on the Holy Cross stand for? This inscription, which translates to Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews, was meant as both a legal charge and possibly a form of mockery. Who was the author of War and Peace? War and Peace, by Leo Tolstoy, is a renowned novel depicting the Napoleonic Wars and their impact on Russian society. Who is credited with constructing the Suez Canal? – The Suez Canal, designed by Ferdinand de Lesseps, was completed in 1869.
Subscribe now for more fun quizzes.
Who is famous for having said, Veni, Vidi, Vici? This Latin phrase meaning, I came, I saw, I conquered, is attributed to Julius Caesar after a swift victory. What is the approximate value of pi? Pi is a mathematical constant that represents the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter and is approximately equal to 3.14159. In which country was the first modern Olympics held? The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens, the capital city of Greece, in 1896. Which is the longest railway route in the world? The Trans-Siberian Railway spans approximately 9,289 kilometers, connecting Moscow to Vladivostok, making it the longest railway line in the world. Which of these U.S. presidents was never a vice president? Abraham Lincoln never served as vice president. Adams, Jefferson, and Roosevelt were vice presidents before becoming president. The first electric car was built in which year? The first electric vehicle was built in 1828 by Anios Jedlik, who created a small-scale model powered by electricity. What is the chemical formula of acetic acid? Acetic acid, commonly found in vinegar, has the chemical formula CHCOOH. What is the currency of Chile called? The official currency of Chile is the Chilean peso, CLP, widely used in commerce and trade. Who was Marco Polo? Marco Polo, a Venetian explorer, traveled through Asia to Yuan Dynasty China. His book, The Travels of Marco Polo, introduced Asia to Europe. On which day every year does the United Nations observe Human Rights Day? Human Rights Day, observed on December 10th, marks the 1948 adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Which spacecraft carried the first human into space? The first spaceflight was made by Yuri Gagarin, who flew into space aboard the Vostok 1 in 1961. Which ancient building is portrayed on the flag of Cambodia? The flag of Cambodia features Angkor Wat, a symbol of the country's cultural and historical heritage. Which of these countries are called Nordic countries? The Nordic countries include Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, and Norway, which share geographical, historical, and cultural similarities. To which country does the island of Zanzibar belong? Zanzibar, a semi-autonomous Tanzanian archipelago in the Indian Ocean, joined Tanzania after the 1964 revolution. What is a group of crows called? Yes, murder of crows is the collective term used for crows. What is the national bird of New Zealand? The flightless kiwi is endemic to New Zealand and is a national symbol, representing the country and its unique wildlife. What is the full form of NATO? The NATO is a military alliance formed in 1949 for collective defense of member nations. Which two cities are mentioned in the story, A Tale of Two Cities? A Tale of Two Cities, written by Charles Dickens, depicts London and Paris during the French Revolution. Who is credited with constructing the Panama Canal? John Stevens was the chief engineer who oversaw the construction of the Panama Canal starting in 1905. Who is famous for having said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration"? This quote was made by Edison, emphasizing hard work over mere ideas and innovation. What is 12 plus 12 by 12? According to the Bodmer's rule, multiplication is done first. 12 times 12 equals 144, then 12 plus 144 equals 156. With which sport is the term mankading associated? Mankading is a cricket dismissal, where a bowler runs out the non-striker for leaving the crease early, named after Vino Mankad. What was the name of the largest dinosaur? Argentinosaurus was over 100 feet long and weighed approximately 100 tons. Which historical figure said, "Et tu, Brute"? This Latin phrase meaning "you too, Brutus," from Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar is spoken by Caesar upon seeing his friend Brutus among his assassins. What do the words NB, found in footnotes, mean in English? NB stands for nota bene, meaning note well in Latin, used to emphasize important points. Who is famous for having said, "A house divided against itself cannot stand"? Abraham Lincoln said this in 1858, referring to America's division over slavery. What is the full form of ASEAN? ASEAN is a regional intergovernmental organization promoting economic, political, and security cooperation among Southeast Asian countries. Who discovered Newfoundland? Italian explorer John Cabot, sailing for England, discovered Newfoundland in 1497, marking Europe's first known landing in North America after the Vikings. The deficiency of which vitamin causes beri-beri? Beri-beri, caused by vitamin B1 deficiency, affects the nervous system, causing weakness, nerve damage, and heart issues. In which year did the United States declare independence? The United States declared independence on July 4, 1776, with the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The national bird of India is? The national bird of India is the Indian peafowl, commonly known as the peacock. Who was Max Planck? Max Planck, a German physicist, founded quantum theory, revolutionizing atomic science. He won the 1918 Nobel Prize in Physics. What does the white disk on the flag of Laos represent? The white disk represents the full moon over the Mekong River, symbolizing unity and prosperity. What does LOL stand for in internet slang? LOL is widely used in online conversations to indicate laughter or amusement. Which of these German scientists later became a part of the US space program? Wernher von Braun was a key figure in Nazi Germany's rocket program, and later helped develop NASA's Saturn V rocket for the Apollo moon missions.
How many of these did you get right? Let us know in the comments section. Pick your next challenge and make sure to like and subscribe.